Hey, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Pinnacle High School. Todd Garbison for Southwest Sports Network. It's play-by-play coverage in the 2014 Martin Luther King Classic Southwest Woodbat Classics Tournament Series. And we're underway in the 18 and under championship game as we join it in progress here on the varsity field at Pinnacle High School. And Pinnacle playing in the championship game today. They are the designated visitors, and they're at the plate here as we play in the top of the first inning. The Pinnacle team with one run pushed across here in the first. A runner at third base and 2 outs in the inning, and a line shot out to right field. That's going to get down for a base hit and bring in run number 2. The ball gets past the right fielder, and the runner will stop at second base. Jacob Weiss, the extra hitter, with the base hit and the RBI. And it's a 2-run top of the first inning for Pinnacle. We'll get you caught up here on how the inning has unfolded here for Pinnacle as they play Wildfire 18 in the championship game. But right now, a runner at second base and 2 outs, 2 runs across in the top of the first inning, and that pitch fouled back and out of play off the bat of Eric Taylor. Kobe Foppe led off the ball game for Pinnacle with a base hit. Tyler Townsley followed with a single. And then in a ball that went in the dirt, Foppe tried for third base and was thrown out for the first out of the ball game. The pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-2. Gerard Hernandez, the number 3 hitter in the Pinnacle order, doubled down the left field line. Townsley went to third and scored on a ground out off the bat of Cole Delgado for the second out, and then we joined with Weiss bringing in that second run as Hernandez scored. So a runner at second base now, and a 2-strike pitch. That's a fastball outside, and it's 1-2. Runner at second base with 2 outs and 2 runs in for Pinnacle in the top of the first. Chris Romero, the starting pitcher for Wildfire, and his 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, and that's over. A called third strike, and that'll end the top of the first inning. But Pinnacle strikes for a couple of runs in the first, and they do it on 4 base hits. They leave 1, and after a half inning of play, it's Pinnacle 2 and Wildfire coming up. And we go to the bottom of the first inning. A Wildfire leadoff hitter is the left fielder, Jake Boston. Took that first one for a ball. Next one over for a strike, and the count 1-1. And the ball hit sharply into left field. That's over the head of the Pinnacle left fielder Eric Taylor all the way to the fence and into second base with a leadoff double goes Jake Boston. So Boston in a scoring position to get things started for the Wildfire in the bottom of the first inning. Now Nick Giarana for the Wildfire. He's the shortstop, batting second. Austin Murphy hits third and plays third base. Chris Romero, the pitcher, is fourth, as that's a fastball at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. Jake Stellick is the catcher, batting fifth. Cole Sanchez hits sixth and plays first base for the Wildfire. The number 7 hitter is the center fielder, Matt Contreras. And a pitch fouled off on the first base side, and the count 0-2. Graham Greenback hits 8th for the Wildfire at second base. And the set and the look back, the 0-2. That's a fastball high, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jack Reggie hits 9th for the Wildfire as an extra hitter, and the number 10 hitter in the order is the right fielder, Dave Thomas. The 1-2, foul back and out of play. You know, the old baseball saying you can't tell the players without a scorecard definitely comes into play here when you're playing in the kind of the club scene where you're not able to get really even formal rosters as the next pitch is high. So that was the reason we were a little bit late getting started, as Pinnacle won their semifinal game right here on this varsity field, but Wildfire played their semifinal game over at the Pinnacle Junior Varsity Field, and then they had to make their way over. And the next one fouled back. And the umpires doing their job to keep things going and getting started as close to the scheduled start time as possible. They're ready to go. The Wildfire coaching staff still trying to put together their lineup, so that's what we were waiting for there. 2-0 our score, bottom of the first inning. Check back in the pitch. And a ground ball, and that's through the hole and into left field. So a double and a single for the Wildfire to get things started in the bottom of the first inning as they try to answer Pinnacle's 2-run top of the first. Now Austin Murphy, the third baseman for the Wildfire, bats with runners at the corners and nobody out. Check of the runner, and a turn and an easy throw to first base, and the runner back. Final game in what has been a 4-day tournament. Several teams had games on Friday night. The fastball to Murphy misses for a ball. And then heavy schedule yesterday, well, Saturday and then yesterday, and even today, the playoff brackets game started at 9 o'clock this morning. The ball fouled back and out of play. That's going to be over on the third base side behind the Pinnacle dugout. But a beautiful afternoon here at Pinnacle High School. Temperatures in the low to mid 70s all day today, and another throw to first, and again the runner back. And we are under blue skies. And Blake Flint, the starter for Pinnacle, his fastball misses. The set, and a step to third and look to first. Nothing happening. Pinnacle with 2 runs and 4 hits in the top of the first inning. Wildfire trying to answer as their first 2 hitters have reached on base hits. Again, a throw to first, and again the runner back. Flint with the set. The runner from first takes off. Breaking ball misses. Throw to second base, and that's in time. The runner caught stealing for the first down, and Boston over at third stays put. And now Flint works down to the line of the pitch, and that's a shot into center field. And that's over the head of the center fielder, Hernandez. Boston will score easily. And Murphy's going to try for third. Here comes the relay throw, and that's right on the money. And gunned down. That's a pretty throw out there from the outfield grass on the relay throw, and Murphy is gunned down. Give him a double and an RBI, and then he's thrown out trying to stretch things into a triple. But the Wildfire on the board now in the bottom of the first inning. They trail at 2-1. And Chris Romero will try to get things going where the base is empty. And he takes a breaking ball for ball 1. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 skips in there. 2 balls and a strike. Each team playing their 3rd game of the day and their 6th of the weekend. And the 2-1 over for a strike, and it's 2-2. And a swing and a miss from Romero. He's down on strikes, and the Wildfire done in the first. They get a run back in the bottom of the first inning, though, and after one, they trail Pinnacle 2-1. Top of the second inning, and the first pitch fouled back and out of play as we get underway in the second. Hitters 7, 8, and 9 on the order for Pinnacle. And the next one outside, and it's 1-1. Romero with the 1-1 pitch. And that one slips out and goes to the backstop, and it's 2-1. And a fly ball into shallow right center. That's going to be trouble out there, and off the glove of the shortstop, and he had a long way to run. In fact, probably the longest run of any of the 4 players that had a chance at the baseball. But Contreras and Thomas had trouble finding it off the bat. And it's off the glove, and Castaña's on aboard at first base. And Blake Flint, the pitcher, a chance to help his cause. And he takes the first one up and in, ball 1. And Pinnacle's put up some runs here in this tournament. They went 3-0 through pool play, including a 12-2 win over Chandler. They beat the same Wildfire team on Saturday 10-5 and beat Marcos 5-1. Pitch inside, 2-0 the count, and then in bracket play this morning at 9 o'clock, Pinnacle over the SaberCats black team 11-1, and then they shut out Team Dinger in 4.5 innings in the semifinal game. The count on Flint with Luke Peavyhouse next for Pinnacle. And that's up and in, ball 4. And really not very close to Flint on any of the 4 pitches. As he goes to first and pushes the runner to second. So 2 aboard and nobody out, top of the second inning, and Pinnacle leading Wildfire 18 2-1. Peavyhouse shells bunt as we get back to play, and he fouls the pitch off for a strike. Showing bunt again, the set and a 1-strike pitch. Lays off a pitch that's high, and it's 1-1. So interesting here, of course, it's wood bat or the BB Core bats. The ball's bunted foul, and the count goes to 1-2, but with 2 runners aboard playing in the top of the second inning. Down to the bottom of the order, of course, the number 9 hitter is Pinnacle's batting 10, but interesting that they've got the bunt on here in the second inning. Look back, and the 1-2 pitch. And that's lifted into shallow left field. Going to be a long run, and in fact, it's the shortstop, Carolina, that goes back out to make the catch. So The first down recorded in the second inning, and now the batter is Trevor Crane. The first one to Crane, high for ball one. And the 1-0 a little bit high, 2-0. One more weekend of tournament play next week for Southwest Woodbat Classics, as that one is fouled off and the count goes to 2-1, and then of course the high school season just right around the corner. And that's a fly ball into center field. Contreras there to make the catch for out number 2. And back to the top of the order for Kobe Foppe with 2 aboard and 2 outs in the second. First one outside for a ball. Foppe with a base hit his first time up. The 1 strike. And that's over. I beg your pardon. The 1-0 pitch was over. And now 1-1. The 1-1 just off the plate on the outside corner, and it's 2-1. Pinnacle swinging the bats well first time through the order in the top part anyway. 4 of the first 5 hitters reached in the first inning, including Foppe, who led things off as he takes a breaking ball outside, and it's 3-1. Two aboard, 2 outs in the top of the second. And Romero steps off. And the 3-1 with the runners going. The pitch is outside and ball 4. Putting some faith in your hitter there on a 3-1 count with a left-handed hitter up there that Foppe's going to have a good eye to take ball 4 or be able to put the ball in play by sending those runners. And now the base is loaded for Tyler Townsley, who singled and scored his first time up. And a breaking ball misses for ball 1. The 1-0. And a slow tapper is going to be trouble here. Picked up by Romero and no play, and that'll bring in a run for Pinnacle. About a 40-foot base hit there for Townsley, but well placed for sure. An infield single and an RBI as the run scores. And the bases remain loaded with 2 outs. A run in for Pinnacle, though, and they're up 3-1. And the batter is Gerard Hernandez. And Hernandez smokes one out past the second baseman Greenbeck, who tried to backhand it. The ball got past him, and that's going to bring home a couple of runs. That was a shot off the bat of Hernandez. And a couple of more runs come in for Pinnacle as Flint scores and Foppe scores. It's a 3-run second inning. It's 5-1 Pinnacle. And the batter is Cole Delgado. And Delgado hits one into the hole at short, backhanded there, and a throw on to first base. And that's in time, and that'll end the inning as Delgado grounds out 6-3 to finish the second inning for Pinnacle. But again, Pinnacle adds 3 runs in the second inning, and after 1.5, it's Pinnacle 5 and Wildfire 1. Jake Stellick, the leadoff hitter for Wildfire, going after the first one, and he fouled it back out of play. Sanchez and Contreras follow for Wildfire in the second. The 0-1. The fastball's a little bit high, 1-1. Another one high, 2 balls and a strike. Wildfire went 2-1 in their pool play. They beat Marcos 4-3. As that one's over for a strike. Their only loss to Pinnacle, as I mentioned earlier, 10-5 the final in that one, and then the Wildfire beat the Saints 9-2. Ball hit sharply out to center field, but sliding back there to make the play, Hernandez, and that's out number 1. Now Cole Sanchez, the first baseman for the Wildfire, as he bats with 1 out. Wildfire playing at 9 o'clock this morning over at Cactus Shadows High School, a 10-8 winner as they beat Nutty Buddy in the first round of the playoffs. Breaking ball to Sanchez over for a strike, and then they beat Nogales in the semifinals right before this one got started. Fly ball, that's to left field, and drifting over is Taylor. He's under it, and he's got it 2 away. Now Matt Contreras, the center fielder. And he fouls the first one. Out of play on the third base side, that's strike 1. Working quickly. Misses with the next one, 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch. Foul to the backstop with the count 1-2. Wildfire with 3 straight base hits to start the ball game in the bottom of the first inning, or at least start their half of the first. But since then, Flint's starting to settle in some. And that went over for a called third strike. It's a 3-up, 3-down second inning for Wildfire. And after 2 innings of play, they trail 5-1. And we move to the top of the third inning from Pinnacle High School. Jacob Weiss leads off and takes the first one outside for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch hit right back up the middle, and that's through and into center field. A leadoff single for Pinnacle in the third. Already the 8th base hit for Pinnacle in this one. And the batter is Eric Taylor. And the ball punched into right field. That's down for a base hit. And Pinnacle goes station to station here as this goes to second, and Taylor's aboard at first base. First pitch high as the bunt was shown. The runner's going to take off and the throw down. Oh, called out at third base. It sure looked like he got in under the tag there, but out is the call over at third base. So a bit of a break there for Wildfire. Taylor did follow, so he's at second base, but the bunt off now. And a ball fouled out of play. A ball and a strike, and that ball hit down the left field line, and that's a fair ball. That's going to bring a run in as Taylor will score. Throw goes towards second base, and sliding in without a relay throw, Castagna with the RBI double. And Pinnacle adds another one here in the third. They lead 6-1. Now Blake Flint. Flint with a ground ball, foul. And he walked and scored his first time up. The one strike. And that's a fly ball into right field. Thomas there to make the catch. Runner bluffs but does not take off. And that's out number 2. And Luke Peavyhouse. He takes ball 1. And the next one foul to the backstop. It's 1-1. Three more hits in the inning for Pinnacle, 10 in the ball game. Now 2 balls and a strike. Peavyhouse hit that shallow fly ball into left field that shortstop actually went out to make the play on. As Allen's over for a strike, and it's 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch. And that's poked foul out of play down the right field side. We stay 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs, a runner at second, and a run in. For Pinnacle in the top of the third, they lead 6-1. And there's another fly ball. It's into shallow right field. Greenbeck going out. Thomas coming in, and it ends up between them. And another run comes in as Pinnacle adds a second run in the third inning, and Peavyhouse aboard at first base. Trevor Crane, the number 10 hitter in the Pinnacle order. Well, first we'll get a courtesy runner coming out to first base. And a ball into a shallow left center. That's playable out there though, and Boston is in to make the catch, and that ends the inning. 2 more in for Pinnacle in the top of the third, and after 2.5, they lead 7-1. As we move to the bottom of the third inning, Graham Greenbeck leads off. Bottom part of the order for Wildfire, 8, 9, and 10, as that breaking ball snaps over for a strike, and the count 1-2. Another fastball. That's high, and it's 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. A swing and a miss. Pitch maybe up out of the strike zone there, and it's a strikeout to begin the bottom of the third inning, and that's strikeout number 3 for Blake Flint. He's had one in each of the first 3 innings. Yeah, Jack Rookie. And he takes strike 1. And a ground ball to short. Floppy charges, sets feet, throws on to first base in time, and a ground out is out number 2 in the bottom of the third. Dave Thomas with a base hit as he shoots that one past the third baseman, and that's into left field. Now to the top of the order for Jake Boston, who doubled and scored in the first. Ball over for strike 1. 2 outs and a runner at first in the bottom of the third. 7-1 Pinnacle. It's the 18 and under championship game, the Martin Luther King Classic. Ball fouled out of play, and it's 0-2. Line shot. Floppy there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. And Wildfire fails to score in the third. They get a 2-out single and leave the runner at first after 3 innings of play. They still trail 7-1. Top of the order for Pinnacle in the top of the 4th inning. Floppy leads off and takes high for ball 1. Floppy, Townsley, and Hernandez for Pinnacle. Popped up shallow right field, long run again, and that's off the glove of the second baseman Greenbeck, going out there, not able to haul it in. And Floppy's aboard for Pinnacle in the 4th. Tyler Townsley up there for Pinnacle. Couple of base hits on the day. A single and a run scored in the first, and then an RBI infield single in the second. Again, that was with the bases loaded. Able to bring in a run on a tapper that ended up between the pitcher's mound and third base. And the pitch to Townsley low for a ball. Foppe a threat to steal over there at first base. Bluffed but did not go, or maybe didn't get enough of a jump there, and the count goes to 2-0. Pinnacle scored in each of the first 3 innings, 2 in the first, 3 in the second, and 2 in the third. And a ground ball that's off the glove of the first baseman and down into foul territory. Foppe's around second, now coming around third base, and he's going to be waved home, and there will not be a throw. And so Pinnacle adds another run here in the 4th inning. Townsley with an RBI double, and he's out at second base now with a run in. Now Gerard Hernandez, the center fielder. He's got a couple of doubles in 2 trips. And he fouls the first one out of play. So run in for Pinnacle in the 4th inning. They now lead 8-1. On the 1-strike pitch. Just a little bit high, and it's 1-1. And next one bounced in there. 2 balls and a strike. Stellick does a nice job there to shift the feet, though, and keep that one from going to the backstop. Look back, get a little daylight back there, and safe. That second ball came out. It looked like he got back ahead of the tag anyway. Look back. And that ball bounced in there and blocked again. They'll look back to second base in the pitch. And that's high ball 4 off the glove of the catcher this time. Still not able to keep that one from going to the backstop. And Hernandez with a heads-up play goes to second base. As that goes all the way to the backstop with Townsley advancing to third on the wild pitch. You don't want to risk the throw down to second base. A longer throw for the catcher Stellick. And potentially giving up another run. So he hangs on to it, and that puts a second runner in scoring position for Pinnacle. And the batter is Cole Delgado. Infield will come in for the Wildfire, and there has been a pitching change as Austin Murphy's out there pitching now for the Wildfire. He started the inning here in the 4th. A breaking ball, and runner's going to try to come in as that one trickles away, and he'll get in. I think they got crossed up on signs there. And so a pass ball brings in another run. It's 9-1 Pinnacle in the top of the 4th inning, and we'll get a timeout from the Wildfire dugout. And going after the first pitch, a foul ball. Just wide of the line at third. That's Delgado swinging on that first one, and it's strike 1. Infield comes in for the Wildfire, going to try to cut off that runner at third base. Now the line of the 1-strike pitch. A swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Back to the line and the 2-strike pitch, and it's another tapper down the third base line, but foul. 2 runs across for Pinnacle here in the 4th on the 0-2 pitch. And a swing. And they're going to throw down to first base as that ball was down in the dirt. So a strikeout erases Delgado for the first out in the 4th. Field has to still stay in here for the Wildfire with that runner at third and only one away in the inning. Weiss with a couple of base hits. He's up there now trying to add to the Pinnacle run total as he takes low for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. And a fly ball down the right field line. Going to get into foul territory, and it falls. So a long strike there off the bat, and the count goes to 1-1. And the 1-1. And a hard shot, and that's through and into center field, a base hit as Weiss delivers his 3rd hit of the day. An RBI single plates Hernandez, and it's a 3-run 4th inning, and it's 10-1 Pinnacle. Now Eric Taylor at the plate, and a base hit his last time up, and takes strike 1. The 0-1 is high, 1-1. Pinnacle with 2 hits here in the 4th inning, 12 in the ball game now. An easy throw to first. Next one misses, 2-1. So 10 runs, 12 hits, no errors for Pinnacle, 1 run, 4 hits, 2 errors for Wildfire. Our line score to this point. Playing in the top of the 4th inning in the championship game of the 18 and under division. It's the Martin Luther King Classic. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Check the runner at first now, the set and the 2-2 pitch. It's outside for a ball, 3-2. And Murphy's 3-2, a swing and a miss. Runner goes, throw down to second base. And safe at second. Taylor the second out. Weiss steals second to move it to scoring position. And the first one to Nick Castagna outside for a ball. Nick with a single and a run scored in the second, an RBI double and a run scored in the 3rd. Next one inside, 2-0. Pitch foul Fouled out of play. 2 balls and a strike. And we're fouled off now 2-2. So Pinnacle double-digit runs again. The 4th time in 6 games they have scored 10 or more runs here in the tournament. The 2-2. And a fly ball to center field. And that's playable out there and put away for the final out in the 4th. Pinnacle puts up 3 more in the top of the 4th inning, though, and after 3.5, they lead 10-1. Two, 3, and 4 in the order for Wildfire in the bottom of the 4th inning as Nick Rania leads off and takes outside for ball 1. New pitcher out there for Pinnacle as Mason Marley takes over for Blake Flint. Next one a little bit high. 2 balls and no strikes. And another one high, 3-0. So Blake Flint goes 3 innings, allows 4 hits, 1 run that was earned, no walks, 3 strikeouts. And the 3-0. And that misses. So after Flint goes 3 innings without walking a hitter, Marley walks the leadoff man in the 4th. And now will face Austin Murphy. Murphy had an RBI double in the 1st. And he takes high for ball 1. That's 5 in a row now as Baby House will go out and talk to Marley. There's a pitch over for a strike, and the count 1-1. Marley, the left-hander, checks and delivers the 1-1 pitch, fouled off, and it's 1-2. Pinnacle scored 2 runs in the top of the 1st inning. Wildfire got 1 right back in the bottom of the 1st. But since then, Pinnacle has stretched it out here as the 1-2. Misses outside 2-2. Pinnacle with 3 additional runs in the 2nd. They scored 2 more in the 3rd and just put 3 across in the top of this 4th. The 2-2. Missed it inside, 3-2. And the 3-2 pitch. That one didn't miss by much, just inside, and it's back-to-back walks to begin the 4th inning for Wildfire. And the batter is Chris Romero. And the first pitch over for a strike to Romero. He was called out on strikes to end the 1st. Breaking ball, that's knocked foul down the right field side, and it's 0-2. Marley with a set, and he steps off. Now a check back in the 0-2. That's high. 1-2. Didn't miss by much. Call a ball. 2-2. Wildfire trying to put something together here in the bottom of the 4th. Down 10-1 with the first 2 aboard and nobody out. The 2-2. Popped up into foul territory on the first base side. And it's put away in foul territory for out number 1. Romero not able to advance the runners. And it brings up Jake Stellick. Breaking ball skipped in there and blocked by Peavy House. That's ball 1. And the next one misses. 2-0. Marley with a set. And a 2-0 pitch. And it's fouled off, and it's 2-1. Two aboard and 1 out, bottom of the 4th inning. Wildfire trailing Pinnacle 10-1. And a fly ball hit out to left field. Taylor over with the catch. And that gets that throw back in very quickly to third base. Runner's not able to advance. And it's out number 2. Cole Sanchez. Hit a fly ball to Taylor in left field his first time up. And going after the first one, fouls it out of play over the first base dugout, and that's strike 1. Breaking ball over for a strike, and it's 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Sanchez strikes out, and that's a nice comeback there for Marley after walking the first 2 hitters. He pitches around the trouble. And Wildfire do not score in the bottom of the 4th. After 4, they trail Pinnacle 10-1. Well, that's going to do it here as this one ends. I thought it was 8 runs after 5 innings. Went back and reread the rule list even during the game, and it said after 4, but they have called it here. So Pinnacle wins the 18 and under championship in the Martin Luther King Classic by a final score of 10-1. And so that will do it then for Pinnacle. They get 10 runs on 12 hits. No errors and 5 runners left for Wildfire. 1 run on 4 hits. They commit 2 errors and they leave 3 runners on base. So that will do it. Again, that wraps up our coverage here. And we'll see some of these kids down the road for sure during the high school season. But again, beautiful day for baseball. Had a good one. The game got a little lopsided after the first inning, but Pinnacle wins it and wins the championship in the 18 and under division. Again, our final score, Pinnacle 10, Wildfire 1 from Pinnacle High School. Todd Garbison for Southwest Sports Network saying so long, and we hope to talk to you again soon.